My name is Janet Albrechtsen. I'm a columnist with the Australian newspaper. I've also written for other publications such as the Wall Street Journal, The Spectator, other Australian magazines and newspapers. I do a bit of public speaking along the way, television on a regular basis, and I was formerly a lawyer. I really like opinion writing because you get a limited number of words. So coming from a background of being a lawyer and then doing a doctorate in law where you had to write a 50,000 word thesis, there was something very, therapeutic and cleansing about writing something short, sharp and to the point. And opinion writing is all about writing something short, sharp and to the point. So I enjoy writing. The crux of it. I love writing and I like forming an argument and trying to persuade people. The media has an incredibly important role, and I remember John Howard talking about the title deeds of a democracy, and it was about Parliament, it was about an independent judiciary, and the third one was an intellectually curious media. So when you think about what the media can do, it can keep government accountable, it can keep other public figures and institutions accountable. It has a role in entertaining, of course. It has a multi-dimensional role in doing all sorts of things, and some media do it better than others. Some focus more on entertainment, some focus more on news reporting. But if you think about the core function of the media, it has to be in reporting news and keeping the government of the day accountable. Journalists confront all sorts of ethical issues. It's about being intellectually honest, and if you're intellectually honest, I think you are then dealing with all sorts of different ethical issues that arise. In terms of communicating ideas to different demographics, I think people take their news and their information all sorts of ways. Look at the growth in social media, and whether it's Twitter or Facebook or a whole range of social media outlets. But in the end, I think newspapers are the best way of sustained, informed communication with people who want to learn, who are curious about the world around them, who want more than 120 or 40 characters or whatever it is that Twitter gives you. I think that the future of newspapers and written media and television media is as healthy now as it's ever been, because people in the end are very curious. But of course demographics take their information from different places. I can see that with my children. They don't probably read newspapers to the extent that I do, but they get their information from other places. To be an effective opinion columnist, I think you really need to address the other side's points. You need to understand the thinking of those who disagree with you, and you need to argue each of them to make your own argument more persuasive. I think it's critical. In the beginning, I think some of the criticism probably did hurt, but you tend to get tougher as time goes on, and you can pretty quickly work out how to respond and who to respond to. One of the most important things in terms of sort of career highlights, and I don't know that I like the phrase career highlights, but it's in terms of maintaining a career in the media and communicating as best you can and being taken seriously, is to be able to criticise your own side of the philosophical debate, if you like. So that when I see something that I think needs to be addressed, say on the conservative side of politics, I don't hold back. For example, this week I've written a piece which is highly critical of one of the Abbott government ministers. I think that's important. If you don't do that, you really don't get the kind of gravitas that you need. And for example, I've seen emails come in this morning saying that it's incredibly important to, if you're going to keep debate vibrant, that you are intellectually honest, and that means attacking your side. It's not that they're my side, but it's my side of the philosophical debate, if you like. The media is it's a fast-moving beast. It's very different to when I first started writing. There was no online paper. It was purely what arrived on your doorstep in the morning or what you bought at the newsagent during the day. Now a big part of the media, in terms of newspapers, at least where I work, is the online business, and newspapers across the world are trying to work out different models on how to make the online business work. It's an incredibly challenging time, if you like, I think, for the newspaper industry in particular, trying to work out how to make a buck out of online business. But they're all trying different models, and we're very much in a transitional period, if you like, and ultimately I think that we'll work out a way forward and we'll work out how to make it work. Because in the end people want news, and they will pay for it. We know that because they pay for newspapers, they'll pay for it online too. It's just working out the right model.